I welcome you all for the webinar on digital transformation from design to manufacturing, leveraging the 3DEXPERIENCE works. So let me go ahead and present to the agenda of this presentation. So the agenda of this presentation will be, I'll be explaining you the introduction to 3DEXPERIENCE works, and I'll be taking you a solution demonstration, and we'll have a summary of and benefits of the 3DEXPERIENCE. At the end of the session, you can have a Q&A, right? Let me go and explain you like who I am. I'm application engineer working as a 3DEXPERIENCE application engineer with Conceptia Connect. So I have 6+ years of industry experience with different vertical, working in manufacturing industry as an NPD engineer, and also have 2+ years of experience in 3DEXPERIENCE implementation. Right. So let's start with what exactly the 3DEXPERIENCE is. So basically, the 3DEXPERIENCE is a business that software solution for different range of industries. Probably like when you go for design to engineering, with a suite of SolidWorks solutions for the CAD, like probably of designing and engineering with a SolidWorks suite of solutions. And when you go for the simulation, we also have with a similar suites of solution. And for governance and PLM, when you want to go for a data management, right, or like any of the CAD file, network solution. Also for marketing and sales, yes, even they can also be a part of this community in a 3DEXPERIENCE platform with a 3DEXPERIENCE suites of solution. Also for the manufacturing and production team, yes, even the manufacturing and production team can also be part of this platform with the help of Delmia suites of solutions, right? So there are different departments that will be involved in manufacturing any of the product, and they'll be working in different silos, right? So how we are going to collaborate with all the people in one single place? Basically here, the 3DEXPERIENCE, what we are going to do is we are bringing all the solutions into one single place in one collaborative work environment, right? So starting from design for the simulation or the governance, marketing, even the production team can also be work together in one unified platform. Not only that, it also brings people, idea, data, solution into one single place. And it is a social collaborations. We can consider this as like a Facebook or Twitter, but for the design people. Not only that, you can also go and set the pipeline of your workflow, that it is like a new project or like concept design or the project planning. Entire idea funnel can also be taken into the manufacturing state. Not only that, you can also connect the part supplier, engineering team, vendors, and everyone, and you can work together as it is a public cloud. So for today's presentation, I'll be taking this product for an example. Basically, this is a product which is already manufactured in the SolidWorks, but the company is having some feedback from the customer or like even with many of the vendors saying like they want to do some changes, they want to implement some extra things on the existing design, right? So how this company has adopted the 3DEXPERIENCE platform to collaborate with all the team members and get a good output of this product. So basically, here I'll be taking a 3 people play role to explain you how exactly the organization works here. So you can consider one person as a manager who will be taking care of entire organization responsibilities, carrying out the design, approving, validating, or design, releasing to the manufacturing. And also you have an engineer who will be working completely on the SolidWorks to do designing of the product. Also, we have an analyst who is able to go ahead and help the design team to validate the product whenever it is required. Right. So any of the project, it starts with a manager communication, right? So then it goes for the design people who is going to do some designing. Probably like this is a basic work structure. I've taken an example. Any work organization goes with this kind of typical work organizations, right? So to start with, we are going to set a task to the design team. So once the designer has completed the task, he's going to send the drawing back to the engineer, like for the manager for reviewing. And once the manager feels like, yes, the drawing is good, he can go ahead for manufacturing. If not, he feels like there is some changes that is required, then he can request the design team to do some modification of the existing design. Again, once the designer has completed the drawing, he can send again drawing to the manager, where the manager can go ahead and check and he can release the drawing. And if the manager feel like he need to do some validation of the product, you can also send that exact CAD model into the SolidWorks the validation team. The SolidWorks models can directly send to the validation team, and he can do some validation and he can send back to the manager for reviewing. And again, the manager can send the complete drawing, release drawing to manufacturing. This is any like work process goes with any typical organizations. Not only that, if the manufacturing team feels like if there is any changes that has been required, or like if there is any changes required from the manufacturing team, when the manufacturing team can also raise an issue on the part, and he can send the issue back to the manager, and he can start the workflow goes as per the structure goes on. So let's start with the design team. How the manager is going to assign a task, how he's going to interact with the design team, right? So basically, this is how you're going to log into the platform. That is a 3D Experience platform. Here, you're going to start your design by creating a dashboard as per your project requirement or like customer requirement. So once you create a project, as you can see, like, there are many dashboard which I have created for my work. So this is one project which I'm doing for this B excavator product, right? So you'll get a complete plain dashboard. You can add the tabs as per your requirement. This is completely a customizable tabs or the dashboard. Whichever the app you want, you can just drag and drop from the compass and you can add it here, right? So once you can add it, so you see like there is something called as a communication or like communities. So in these conversations, you can go ahead and have the conversation with your entire team inside one platform. Also, you have communities. This is basically a knowledge capturing session where all the design team can go ahead and put all the post. Example, what are the information that is happening on the particular project. And if you want to open the CAD model inside the platform, you can just drag and drop the file from the cloud and you can open in the browser itself without installing any of the software, right? So here you can go ahead and see load it to the last part of that assembly. You see like how beautiful it is, right? So this can be done even in a touch enabled devices, even on a mobile, even a basic configuration laptop also you can go ahead and do all these changes. So after seeing the model, the managers feel like, okay, there is some part that is missing in this model. So what he's going to do in the touch enabled device or like in any of the basic laptop, is going to do some markup for that particular missing part. And here you can go ahead and add some comments saying like, he need to create a connecting bracket for the missing part here. So you can just add it and he can make some annotations right here. The best thing is it is like a minute, within a seconds, you are able to communicate with your entire design team or entire organization, whoever is there in the platform. So once you add annotations, you have option of directly you can publish in the same community. So this is a left side, that is a community where all the teams can interact, like communicate or send information, share the knowledge in one particular dashboard here. So after that, the manager is going to create some post saying like you need to create a bracket, and you can give some description what exactly the design team has to do the work. So typically you have to go to the design team and to give the information, right? So instead of that, you can take a screenshot and you can post it in the community here. So you can see like it has been already posted within a seconds. Now I can add a design team member and I can give a comment like what exactly my design team has to do on this particular task. So I can add a comment and I can just click on send it. So once I send this information, even my design team will get a notification saying there is some task that has been assigned to them. But before that, we need to completely see what all the tasks, like what all the procedure that is there to create this task. So here I'm adding few people who are responsible to do the task in this particular project here, right? So you can add minimal people or like whoever is required for this project, you can go ahead and add those people. And here, when you come for the scheduling of a task, you can go ahead and get n number of tasks here. It may be like concept design, like technical design, manufacturing, approval, or like dispatch. Any of the thing you can go ahead and create a task, and you can give the description what exactly that particular designer or like that particular person has to do that job. You can see like I can give the particular person so that he's responsible to do that job here, right? So similarly, I have created a number of tasks. After that, I can go ahead and create a dependency for each of the tasks. You mean to say when the first task is completed, only the second task has to be started. So till the first task is not completed, the second task cannot be started, where you can keep on tracking each and every task at each and every time. So when you go to the task, you can see like how many tasks I have created, what is the details. If you see like I have given the description and what is the title of the task. Also, you can set the priority of the task, who is the responsible person to carry out this task. The best part here is I can add a like CAD file inside the task itself. So my designer doesn't want to spend a lot of time exactly where is the file, what is the location, whether it is like latest version or not. I can just add a task, like add an attachment in the task, so that my design team can directly open the CAD file from the task itself. Also, if I'm going to the summary, I can completely see the Gantt chart of my complete project. So how many tasks are there? What is the resource utilization? Whether it is completed, in work, and what is the task? So how many tasks are there? Also, the content I can see it inside the task is here. So the CAD family can directly attach. All my design team can directly take the file here, and they can save the file back to the cloud here, right? So once the manager has started his project, he was able to go ahead and create some tasks, add some annotations, and give some work to the design team. So you see that manager has assigned a task to the designer. So the designer has to do all these things. To go to the community to check what exactly is happening in his organization, like what is that is circulating, is there anything that has to do, is there any task that has been assigned to him. So what is he going to do is he's also going to the same community where all the team members are posting one or the other ideas. Okay. So you see the manager has posted saying like do some work here. So some part that is missing, even the in the browser itself. And next you can add like, okay, I'm going to start this work. So when you had this name, even the manager will also get a notification saying, okay, the engineer has started the work here. So this is the same user interface as the SolidWorks you're working. The similar cloud SolidWorks, it is similar to the 3D experience here. So when you go to the task, you can just drag and drop the file from the task into SolidWorks, and you can open the file. You can see how the model looks like directly from the task here. So after that, you also see like there is some missing part that is there in this B excavator. So what he's going to do is he's going to design that part. So for the interest of time, I've already created a sketch that is there in the cloud. So I can just drag and drop the sketch from the cloud to the SolidWorks user interface. It has been opened right there here. So I can just extrude it for the both direction with whatever the thickness I want it, right? So once it is there, I want to create some sketches or like I want to delete some faces in that. So I can just go ahead and do some sketches and delete some parts in the bracket here. And next, I want to make some cutouts and I can add some sketches where I want to remove the material from this part. And again, I can just add some dimensions. So the good advantages with the SolidWorks is it has a friendly user interface and all the mouse gestures are there in a finger click. So you can go ahead and add some chamfers. You can do all these extra works. So once the part is completed, I want to assemble it in my main assembly. So for that, what I can do, I can just select the circle and bring it broad. So it gets assembled very easily. And also if I'm just selecting two circles, it will directly go get mated there. Just you see like how easy the assembly is in the SolidWorks. Right? It is assembled. That easily it has got assembled now. Now I want to check it is assembled correctly or not, whether it is moving in a, is there any missing, is there anything that is happening. I can just go ahead and do some movements on this particular assembly. I select it is working perfectly fine now. So if like I can just go ahead and select any of the part, I can check all these moments, everything is done now. Once the designer has completed the task, so you want to make sure even the manager will also get a notification that he has completed the task. So what he's going to do is he's going to open the task inside the SolidWorks. You see there is something called as deliverable. So he's going to add the part which he has created just on the SolidWorks in the same task here, and he will say like okay. So once he set it as like successful, when it was in a to-do state, it is now completed to the completed state. So in the same fashion, the designer task, he can complete the task, he can also add the deliverable inside the task itself, and he can make the task as completed here. So once it is completed, again he'll go back to the community, he'll select pick client or like manager. I complete the task which has been assigned to me now. So you can go ahead and check the design, like how whatever the requirement was there now, right? So once you see like all the engineers, like engineer has see the community, he has checked the platform. So he has created a new bracket there, and also he has completed the task which has been assigned to him. Now it is the drawing has been sent back to the manager for reviewing now, right? So how the manager is going to together, probably like if the manager is working in a different location, how he's going to interact with the design team, right? So once the manager open the drawing, he see like there is a notification that has been there, and the designer has mentioned the manager name here. So what he's going to do is he's going to see the model inside the platform here, and he sees that it has been commented, the drawing has been updated. Kindly check it. So again, the manager can select, "Hey, designer, thanks for doing the job," and he can just go ahead and check the model inside the platform. You see, the manager has not even opened the SolidWorks once till now. So he can go ahead and do all these activities inside the browser, not only the manager, even the plant head, the CEOs, the MDs, even they can able to go ahead and see do all these tasks in a touch enabled devices also. And you see, like there is something, there is attachment in the deliverable. He can just drag and drop from deliverable or 3D plate, and he can see the entire model which was designed in the SolidWorks inside the platform here without any conversion or anything. So he sees like the model looks good, and as the manager, he sees like that is good. But the part has been designed just now. He want to see whether the holes, all the brackets, is everything looks good, or is there any interference that is happening on this particular bracket that has been designed just now. So what he's going to do is he's going to add a comment in the bracket itself here. So he's saying like, please check if there is any interference on the bracket which you have created just now, and you can just paste it in this task itself. So once you add a post, even the design team will also, or like designer will also get a notification saying like, yes, there is some changes from the designer, the manager to the designer, probably like requesting for any changes from the design team. Now again, what he's going to do is the manager has assigned that assembly task to the engineer. So engineer has to see the notification again, he has to do some design validation, and if required, he need to modify the design, and he had to create a new part inside the part which he has created now. So again, he's going to do the same thing. You see, like there is some notification that has popped up in the right side, right? So that communication you can have with the 3D Experience platform here. If you just click on that particular task, it will directly take you to that comment, what exactly the manager has asked you to do it. So he says like, the design looks good, please check for an interference in the bracket. And he says like, okay, let me go ahead and check what exactly is there. So you can add a command, I can see like you can start his work here. So again, if you see like already the task, or like already the CAD file is there in the task, so he need not to go ahead and check where exactly the file is. So after that, has designed this part, right? So he's going to check for any collision detection or like interference detection by selecting all these two parts. So when he's doing that, we see there are so many interference that has been detected on this particular bracket. And this is the part where it shows the diameter of the bracket is lesser than the rod diameter. So what he can do, he can directly go ahead and select the diameter of the bracket and the diameter of the rod. So in the assembly only, he can go ahead and change the diameter of the bracket, and he can rebuild the drawing, and he can change the design in the assembly itself, right? So once after changing the thing, he'll just go and check whether is there any interference that is there again, and he see like there is no interference that is happening on this model. How fantastic it is, right? So you need not to go ahead and manufacture the part to see whether it is meeting your requirement or not. You can go and do all this check in a design level only. Now there is some changes that has been done on this bracket. So what you want to do is you want to do the revision of this part, but you can also add a revision comment to this particular bracket, so that all the team member will get to know what exactly the changes has been done on this bracket. If you see, there is a revision here, right? So once the drawing is saved, it will go for a B1 revision. It means all the history control, the revision control, who has done the modification, what modification has been done, when it has been done, why it has been done. So all the informations you'll be able to go ahead and see all these things here. So you see like all this interference check has been done and everything has been done. So once the drawing has been completed, again the designer is going to send drawing back to the manager to see the review, to so that the manager can review the complete assembly here. So he has sent the drawing back to the manager for reviewing of the drawing. So let's see how the manager is going to take ahead this bracket now. So what he's going to do is he's going to again see the task. He see like there is a notification. So this is a real time task. He's driving with the design team, a manufacturing team, even with the management or plant head. So he opened the task. He sees like everything is completed. So he can just see what are the things. The best thing is he can see the image of the task that has been completed here, and also you can see like it has been done, everything is completed. So he can just comment in the comment box saying like, okay, I'll just go and check it here. So this will capture all the information that is happening on this particular project here. I can just drag and drop the file from the task into the 3D plane. That again, I'm telling you, this can be opened in the browser itself. You need not to download any of the software. Right inside the browser, you can able to go ahead and see all these models, any of the CAD file in the user interface itself. So after seeing the complete model, the manager feel like we can go ahead and see like what exactly that can be done. What is the next stage that can be done on this model? So what he's going to do is he's going to do some posting on the sim community, where all the team members are there in this community, so that everyone will get a notification. Everyone will get to know what exactly that is happening on this particular model or anything. So he says like this is a final decision looks good, and we can go ahead for the next process here. And you can add a description, and you can go ahead and post it in the community here, right? So once he posted it, all the team members who is there in that particular dashboard or that particular community will get a notification saying, yes, there was some project that was going on, and it has been completed now, and this is how the model looks like. You see like it has been posted now. We'll just click on this section or like this community. You see like it has been posted within a seconds now, right? So that easily you can go ahead and do all these communications, all this work and everything that inside your touch enabled device, laptop, or even in a basic laptop. So the design has been completed now. So all the things, missing parts, changes, everything is done. Can we go ahead and do the manufacturing of this part now? So I'm looking for any of one to answer whether I can go ahead and do the manufacturing of this part. So you can add it in a chat box so that I can go for the manufacturing of this part now. Yes, I see like you cannot go it. Yes, you are right. So we cannot directly go for the manufacturing once it has been designed, because we need to validate the product which we have designed. So if you are not validating the product at a design level, what exactly happens is when you go for a manufacturing, or when the part or when the product go for a customer, or when it is going for a land where exactly that has to be operated, there will be a lot of strength and problem or like safety of the roller. So there will be many of the issues that will be happening once we manufacture the part. So it will be a cost thing that will come to the organization. So to avoid that, what we can do, as I said, like we have an the validation team in our organization. So why not to make a utilize of this validation team now? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign some tasks to my validation team, where they can go ahead and do some work to me to check all the requirement which is there for a company standard or like for a particular model standard. So here what I'm going to do is again I'm going to add some tasks to a particular part. So I'll just go and see like okay, what exactly that has to be done. I'm creating a new task to my validation team. So probably like design validation is one of the tasks, and here I can go ahead and add the descriptions what exactly that has to be done on this particular model here. So basically I want to enhance the durability of this part. Also I need some, there are many criteria that has to be meted to complete this product when it go for a manufacturing of this part. After that I can also set the priority of this task, and I feel like this is most high priority of to me. I can set it as priority of the task. You can also set an estimated duration. This task has to be completed in 5 days only. I'll make it as 5 days. Also this, as I said, like it has an attachment so that my validation team doesn't search the right file, whether it is a latest revision. I can add it so that my validation team just drag and drop the file into their user interface, and they can go ahead and do the of this part. And who is responsible to do this task in my organization? last like we have discussed. So please do some work for me, and I can add a comment here. So once I save this task, my validation team will get a notification saying there is some task that has been assigned to him from his manager. So how is going to do all these things here? So basically, you see like the manager has sent the drawing to the validation team now. So the validation engineer or like CA analyst has to go and check the durability of this part, or like protection cage, or the thermal comfort, seating comfort, or the operation system that has been using B excavator now. So now let's see what exactly the Morsim journey with the B excavator goes on. So here what we are talking is, we are talking about our SolidWorks as well as a simulation, that is a Simulia. How both different tools can collaborate and work together with no restrictions here. So anything you do in a SolidWorks, the same model you can directly take into the simulation, and you can go ahead and do the validations here. So what exactly happens is, you need to convert the file to the different format, and you have to send this all this extra work. No, you need not to do any of the extra work here. The same model can be taken into the simulation, and you can go ahead and run what are the requirement that is there from the design team or from the management. You can do everything without doing any changes to the CAD file which was created in the SolidWorks now. So basically, ModSim is nothing but modeling and simulation to do the design exploration here. Basically, this is a ModSim approach which any organization has to have this kind of ModSim approach to make the product go to the market in a fast time, to achieve the more quality of your product, right? So basically, these are all the things which we are going to see in this present ModSim journey here. So we got to know like we need to enhance the durability, probably like strong and durability enough to withstand the load carrying of the capacity. You see, like there is a beam that has to carry so much of load when it is operating in a different location, and it will be working in a like forest or like in a mountains in different places. So that we need to also see the safety of the like operator, so that when something roll on the cage should have the loading capacity to withstand that. This person who is operating should not get any affected here. And also, as I said, like it will be working in silos or like in a mountain area. There will be so much of heat that will be created in that cabinet. So we want to make sure even the operator is feeling safe, like all the thermal efficiency is maintaining in that particular cabin here, working for hours together. So the safety of also one of the criteria that has to be improved for operating seat, and it should have an integrated operating system. So when the head office is in a city and the B excavator is working in some local area where there is no connection, or like there is no network, so you need to operate with the head office. So for that, you need to have an intelligent operating system that the antennas particular model or like in that particular way excavator, so that it can have a two-way communication with the operator and the operating office here. So here with the like Martin journey, what we can do is we are able to do the compensation structural simulation analysis, that is implicit and explicit dynamic and fatigue analysis with the help of a durability and mechanical engineer role. So here it is also having a industry leading FSF technology that is there with a particular role here. What we can do is it has an integrated simulation. It has a broad range of fasteners, connectors, and weld models where you can directly take it from the design library. You can add this thing in your model. You can go and see all the strength of this particular part. Also, as I said, like you need to see the boom stand or like rollover protection system of this particular cabinet. So that can also be performed with the help of a where you can go ahead and see the linear and non-linear static and dynamic analysis from this particular thing. As it is also industry leading abacus solver where you can go and all these things inside the cabinet, inside this particular cage here. So also the HVAC, that is like a thermal comfort of the operator, that can also be checked with the help of like simulation tools, probably like similar tools. It has a compensation flow and thermal analysis, or like design-centric user interface, where you have an industry-leading solver with the FSF technologies here. And also electromagnetic performance, basically as I said, it dialos working away from the operating office. So you need to have a connection with your operating system to the particular place, right? So with the electromagnetic rules where you can have a antennas placed, or like you can also have a thermal signal integrity, power integrity, and EMI EMC analysis, even the PCB design analysis can also be done with the help of electromagnetic engineer role. Next, you also have a what is it, like plastic injection, where you need to see the comfort of the like operator, whether it is having the softness. You can also automatically generate the gate location of the plastic flow, where exactly it has to flow it here. So all these things that can be checked, the like validation team, he has done all this analysis and he has given the report to me. So once all the things has been done, we need to see the requirement check whether it is meeting or not. After seeing all these things, you got to know the enhanced durability check, yes, it has been done. The safety protection cage, that has been done. When the comfort cabinet, the thermal efficiency of the cabinet, that has also been met the requirement. Also the safety and comfort setting of the operator is also met the requirement. Also the intelligent operating system, that also met the requirement. So that all the requirement which is there for the industry standard, everything you can do with the help of a similar role here. The CAD file which was designed in the SolidWorks, the same file has been taken to the simulation, and you are able to do all the requirement check inside the single user interface. What is the key takeaway from the ModSim journey here? Basically, it is a digital continuity from requirement to the delivery. There is a requirement from the market, and you can deliver to the market in easy time here. As it is a simulation design exploration, you have a design like you have a SolidWorks model, your simulation, it is a design exploration with what we're talking about. Also, it has a tight integrity between multidisciplinary workflow, or like the main thing is it has a high performance cloud computing so capabilities. If you want to do any performance cloud computing, that can also be done with the help of a ModSim journey here. So you see, like the analysis or like FA analyst has seen, I stuck all the requirement which you want to be meted for the market here. Everything has been completed. So what analyst is going to do is he's going to send down back to the manager. With the manager has to see whether it has been met by requirement or not. So once it is good, he can go ahead and release the drawing for a manufacturing year. So what he's going to do is like probably a week back, as the time duration was given for the analyst is 5 days. So after 5 days, like probably on a weekend completed, you can go back to the office on a Monday, and he can see like there is a review that has been sent to him from the analyst here. So what he's going to do is he's going to check the drawing and he's going to release the drawing to the manufacturing team also. So this is a place where you select all the folders or like files that has been shared in the platform here. So you can go ahead and see all the models. This is my model. This is the file where I have shared all my models. And the bookmark is to organize the entire workflow, like entire folder structure of your parts here. So after that, I feel like everything looks good. All the model is fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release the drawing to the manufacturing team now. As it has met all the requirement, all the reports has been sent to me from my validation team. So I feel like that looks good, and I can just go ahead and release the drawing for the manufacturing now. So again, what I'm doing is I'm using the sim community to interact with all the team instead of doing all the mails and everything, where I can do all the interaction inside one single place here. I say like the project has been completed, that in the project it looks good, and we're ready to go ahead for manufacturing here, and I can just publish it here. So once I publish, all my team member will again get to know, okay, the drawing is complete. We're just going for the manufacturing now. So you see, like I can just go and see how the model looks like, right? Then everything is done. Is it okay? No. I need to take the bill of material from entire model. So the manager doesn't have the access to the SolidWorks. Even though he can able to go and see the model, he can also able to go ahead and extract the entire Excel of this complete model from the platform itself. Let me go ahead and show exactly that can be done. So here the manager is going to open that particular assembly, and you can see how many parts are there in that particular assembly. You can just select it and you can make it as export here. So in a just single click, the manager is able to go ahead and take the complete bill of material in a CXV file format from the platform here. So you see what is the title, what is the description, what is the revision, who is the owner of this file, what is the maturity state of this file. You can see each and everything from the Excel here only. So after this, he has taken the file from the Excel format. Now he want to release the drawing to the manufacturing team. So the drawing can also be released directly to the manufacturing team from the platform here. You see, like the maturity state is in the inverse state now. So what he can do, he can directly select all the model and he can release the drawing to the manufacturing here. So the files are completely released to the manufacturing now. You see, like, starting from discussion till you release the drawing to the manufacturing, all the departments, all the team members, everything, everyone can collaborate together and work like together in one unified platform here. It can be like a manager, it can be a design engineer, it can be a analyst, it can be a CEO, it can be the manufacturing team. So everyone can work together in one single place with help of a 3D Experience platform, right? So if there is any issue that has been raised from the manufacturing team, even the manufacturing team can go ahead and create an issue on this particular pattern, send the issue back to the manager. Again, the same workflow goes on as we have seen till now. So all these things you can do with the help of a 3D experience platform here. Not only that, even the marketing team can also be part of the 3D experience platform. You want to know how? Right. So the marketing team need to have the product models or like photos of this particular model so that they can post it in the social media or like in the website, in the like any of the platform. So what you can do, you can create this kind of wow factor images from the CAD model from the SolidWorks only. You see, like you can change the color, you can do the all this animation, you can change the background. Isn't it look how exactly it has been operating in the particular location, right? So you can see like different angles, so different colors. You can create this kind of wow factor images from the existing CAD model inside the SolidWorks user interface itself. All this turning turntable animation videos and everything for even for a marketing team also. So if you want to look at the benefit of the 3D experience, it is basically easy login with any of the device. What you need is you just need a user ID and password. Whoever is having a license, they just need a user ID and password, just like a Gmail, where you're able to go ahead and log into the Google Chrome and you are able to go ahead and create a dashboard, do all the design activities right here. And it is an easy user interface where anyone can start operating from the starting day one. Also, the sharing of the data is so secured so that we have 5 layers of a security for the customer data. And also we are using a AWS data center for storing of a customer data so that you can reduce your IT overhead. You need not to take a backup of your data. So all the backup is taken care of from the Dissolve system itself. Also, we have team collaborations with the communities. Communication can be done through the communities. So all the tasks can be performed in one single place. Also, you have a connectivity between the tools, right? Where you have SolidWorks and you have cloud tools. Both can work together into one integrated collaborative work here, and that can be used with even the low configuration systems. As I said, like you need not to have a high configuration system to access all your data or like to manage your data, to assign your tasks, to view your product in any of the models. So everything you can do even with a low configuration system. So basically, the motto of this 3D experience is accessing of engineering data on browser from anytime, anywhere, on any device. Right.